Hi, welcome back to Lori Dieter's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to solve proportions using cross multiplication or cross products. The first thing we have is we have a few steps that we use to do this. Okay, the first thing we do is we always set up the problem. The next thing we do, the second step, is to cross multiply. And the third step is we divide by what is next to the x or whatever the letter is. Whatever that variable happens to be. Okay, so if we have a problem like 44p equals 11/5, that's already set up. So the first thing we're going to do is jump down to the cross multiply, and we're going to take top times bottom, 44 times 5, and bottom times top. Okay, so we get 44 times 5 equals p times 11. Next thing, part of the multiplying is simplifying that by multiplying these two and multiplying these two. That's 11p, and we always put the number first when it's next to a variable. 44 times 5, you can use a calculator to do that in my class, but if you have to do it on scrap paper, you can do it on the side, 220. And the third step is divide by what's next to the x. We can divide by 11. And the fraction bar always means divide, so this is 11p divided by 11 and 220 divided by 11. The 11 over 11 cancels out, because 11 divided by 11 is 1, and 1 times p is p. And we've got 220 divided by 11. It goes in there 20 times. Just to check that, you can do it on scrap paper. 11 goes in 22 2 times. 2 times 11 is 22. Bring down your 0. 11 goes in there 0 times. So our answer for this one is p is equal to 20. When we don't have it already set up for us, as in a story, we have to decide what do we know from the story and what do we want to know. So our Eduardo paid $1.20 for a dozen eggs. That's 12 eggs. So what we know is $1.12 for 1 dozen eggs, which is 12 eggs. I always like to label that so I know I'm setting it up correctly. Then it says determine the cost for 3 eggs. What we want to know is how much is that going to cost for 3 eggs? When you set it up this way, your eggs always are across from the eggs and the dollars are across from the dollars. So you set it up by making sure they're across from each other. What you know always goes up and down on one side, and what you want to know goes on the other side. And then you have it set up to cross multiply. So you're going to multiply these two and these two. So $1.12 times 3 and 12 times x. Well, 12 times x is 12x. And again, if you're not sure about that, you can use a calculator or you can come on your side paper. That's 336 divided by. Now you divide by what's next to the x. We're going to divide by that 12. 336 divided by 12. And that's going to be 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 96. We get 28. So 28 is equal to x.